Happy June! Wanted to come at you with a little bit of Roanoke market update. I'm gonna go over some fun stuff that we're seeing. Let me flip over. We're gonna talk a little bit about sales to list price ratios, where we're trending with that, and a little bit of fun stuff about what's happening in different zip codes and how markets are becoming more pocketed and more unique. There's no blanket statement that applies to what's happening. So, going backwards in time, well, let me talk about this. So sales to list price ratio. This one's fun. This one is talking about the sales price versus what they were listed at. So they were listed high, especially earlier parts of this year, and then they got a lower offer. So compared to what they were listed at originally when they hit market, they sat on market, they didn't get an offer, they sat on market, they didn't get an offer, they price reduce, sit on market, don't get an offer, price reduce. So that's where the red line comes in. So this is the reduced price that they were listed at compared to the price they sold for. And then this is the original price they were listed at compared to the price they sold for. So original list, the list when they got a contract, what they sold for. So January, fun time where, interest rates were higher than normal. There was not a lot of consumer confidence. So it took buyers a while to adjust to hey, do I want to buy? So therefore there were less buyers, sellers, and agents too were having a hard time being like, oh, pricing isn't as strong as it was. We can't just overprice and hope to get an offer. We got to price more appropriately. So that's what you're seeing here, this learning curve of okay, hey, if we're going to get close to what we actually list for, we got to be listing lower and adjusting to what's actually happening in the market. Overall, where's our price trends? Overall, we've gone up in the same period of time. So active median versus active or sold median sales price. We were in January with an average sold price of $280,000 in Roanoke. And then we got $315 this past May as the average sales price right now, median sales price right now, versus what's sitting on market. Obviously, is more expensive, less buyers in the upper price points, so those sit longer, therefore stay active longer, therefore bring that number higher. But what we're seeing obviously is the affordable price point, aka $300,000, is the one that's moving. The other fun thing going on, so 24018, average higher price point, Cave Spring area, if you're not familiar with 24018. So you're seeing higher price points. Listings have trended up. You've got more listings on market. You have less new listings coming on in spring market, which is peaked, and then now we're hitting summer market a little less in May, arguably still spring. And then your solds have been going up fairly consistently. Listing prices, you got a fun convergence here with active median versus sold median, but the new listings are coming in lower overall. So median new listings coming in lower. So that's kind of stayed flat. It got a little bit of a trend down since January, not a lot of increase. Sold to list ratio for that area, same thing we just saw, was low. They're coming back and they're getting better. Now here's a fun one for you. 24015, Southwest City, Roanoke City. Very different, very different. So number of listings going down compared to number of listings going up. So again, price point plays a factor. Southwest City, there are higher price points, but you have more entry-level price points, outdated homes, one-bathroom homes, so less desirability, smaller homes. So you've got prices kind of holding, except for new ones are going way down. So sold or active is kind of staying high, so they're not adjusting. And then over here you've got your new listings to market. We're entering the market a lot lower. And then your solds, there's smaller markets, some more variance in data or smaller data sample, larger data variance. You've got a 307 average absorption rate. If y'all want me to dive into that, happy to continue on, but I think I've hit on enough data stuff for you. If you ever have questions about what's going on, why it's going on, or at least why I think it's going on, or what we're seeing in certain pockets and how those can be uniquely affected, I'm just a call away. Enjoy your June. Happy summer to you. I will talk to you soon.